ahead of the commissioning of the mechanization program by the president in the state. He also further, stated that the distribution of the grains will be flat state in the north central, so that the distribution can commence in earnest. Now, the minister had expressed empathy, talking about the fact that towards those who are affected by the country's challenges, accepting the severity of the situation, especially in the light of the recent looting of foodstuff or warehouse and all of that. Now, the question Doha for that business summit, but then again, better late than never. That being said, the distribution of these hardship, and hunger softeners becomes yet another point of concern, whether or not it would get to the poorest of the poor or the vulnerable in the society, and bottlenecks within the system. Another question of how effective this move would be in handling price control in the market in a country is just the issue. Now, you should recall that sometime in January, members of the National Assembly had struck a deal with the President Bola Tinubu to distribute grains to 109 senatorial districts and about 360 federal constituencies across the country. Although the Federal Ministry of Agriculture gave offer letters to contractors to supply the grains, an agreement was not really arrived at. Neither was their money paid to the contractors up until date. Hence, some senators coming under pressure of their, from their constituents had opted to raise funds for the contractors to start supplying pending when the government would conclude bidding and due process checks with them, right? So a key member at the time of the Senate of the Senate, in the person of Senator Karimi, had said that the whole idea started when members of the 10th National Assembly protested Tinubu over how the previous administration used state governments in disbursing palliatives without input from senators and members of the House, the real representatives of the people who are very close to them, right? Karim Sunday also stated that this was to be handled by the Ministry of Agriculture and not through direct handling of cash to lawmakers. So with the handling of the food crisis, it begs the question of, can we indeed trust that our assembly members are indeed feeling the pains of their constituents as well as the citizenry? And you might also want to look at the fact that, hey, the delays in the distribution of these palliatives also comes under a big question mark, right? Why these delays? I mean, some Nigerians are saying that when it comes to issues of concern, having to do the needful for yourselves and for the high and the mighty, you would quickly look into these things and clear out all the hassles that are these palliatives or for these grains or for these move to get into mainstream, so that there would be some cushioning of the effect that the subsidy removal and quite a number of factors have on Nigerians, and that's just what it is. Meanwhile, presidential aspirant for the Labour Party, in the person of Peter Obi, has said it is quite disheartening that Nigeria, which was abundant natural resources, now is relying on a war-torn Ukraine for food assistance, right? And that is the issue that is ongoing right now, and it really begs to ask all of these questions, especially looking at the fact that we are a country, we are a sovereign state, and we have in times past, we've basked in the